we could agree a little bit. Maybe playing the game and actually coaching are two different things. You know, it runs in all aspects. I mean, some people are good workers, but they're just not good managers. So, so I don't, like I said, it's too early to say how good he is or anything like that, because the real competition at the down there, he was at Jackson State.
Let's go.
You know, about to move on. First off, I want to say thanks to everybody tuning in to the FMF podcast. From all four of us, we appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in every single week, watching our lives, watching our videos, watching our shorts, or however y'all finding us. We appreciate y'all. We expanding. We on Rumble now, and now we on Facebook. Anybody on Facebook, what's up? Rumble, what's up? Make sure y'all hit a like in there. Say hey, whatever in the chat. Let us know you here, you breathing. We appreciate y'all, man, for real. We're going to go and get it to my boy Deion. Deion, I'm liking what Deion is doing out there. He was probably one of my Deion Sanders. He was one of my favorite corners, man, just because he be dancing, he be getting it out there. He was one of the first NFL players that I saw was rapping. I mean, he was getting Jerry Curl. Hey, he was doing his thing. He was big.
You was trying to do the primetime dance too. You used to be doing that.
I used to kill it. Prime time. What you mean? My guy. So Jason Whitlock. He's a sportscaster. I watched some of his stuff. I've been following him for a long time. He has some good combos. I call him kind of like the if y'all check into him, he's kind of like a ESPN for YouTube. If I can like put it in like fine words, he has a lot of good players that come on there. He has Brett Favre, but like on this one, he had Warren Sapp on there. He has a lot of NFL players on there. I think he's big in the league and in sports and stuff like that. So he has a show. I came across this because y'all know Deion Sanders. He moved on. He went to a D1 school and went to Colorado and got and left the HBCU, the Jackson State one. So they had some interesting things they were talking about. So let's go and dig deep into this joint and see how this joint rolling.
I just great players, I don't think make great coaches.
Not always.
Not always. Usually never.
I don't think ever.
Usually never.
There's always an exception to the rule.
It is.
We'll name them.
Deion
Sanders will be that.
We won game.
No. He won at Jackson State, did he not?
Wait, let me ask you a question before you go to Brett and then you end up with me about Deion. What is it about Deion besides him being a great player that makes you doubt that he can?
Arrogance. Arrogance. Arrogance.
Little male jealousy right there.
No. Listen, I know
what he did. You gotta have that supreme confidence that you can go out there and shut out 1/3 of the earth.
I disagree. Warren, I've watched all you guys play, and I have tremendous respect. Didn't you finish runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year? And I mean, you guys are all special level players. I watched all of you play. You're incredibly gifted, and I think a lot of times incredibly gifted people have flaws that their gifts make up for, but they think their flaws are part of their strength. And Deion was not the greatest corner to ever play the game, in my opinion.
That's fine.
Because of his arrogance. God bless.
Just because of his arrogance.
No. I'm saying I don't think that's what made him great. God gave him some incredible gifts in the womb, and he maximized that and worked hard and did all that. But it's not the arrogance. The arrogance to me is a shield or a beard for some insecurity. And just to be quite honest, when I see people that over the top, when I see people, he's my age, we're 56, we're the same class. I see people still wearing gold chains at 56. That's some insecurity, and because I bought some gold chains. And
I never wore gold chain in the beginning, but I got me a nice Cuban now.
That ain't the level I'm talking about. He run around with Run DMC. And again, I'm not a Deion hater.
Yeah, you are.
I just
got a little male jealousy.
I don't. I really don't. I would love for Deion to be a success. Humility is at the foundation of all sustainable success.
Come on.
Sustainable success. Swagger and all this other stuff we love to talk about. We love to rap about it. We gotta have it. Put it on display. That's all worthless.
But his patience makes
some of the things you were telling me.
No, I'm telling you.
Are humble acts.
I'm telling you.
The patience, the work ethic. You talking about when he's driving 90 minutes to go coach high school football.
Yeah.
That's humility.
Yes.
But I see too much arrogance to think that it's sustainable. But I'm open to being proven wrong.
See, he's speaking from a media person, and he don't like how Deion talks to the media that talks whatever way they want to about him, the same way this dude, Jason Whitlock, is talking about him. I like Jason Whitlock, but I couldn't agree with him here. People, you can't tell a winner how to be a winner. Deion has always won in life, from being a professional athlete to being his passion. You talk about humility. His passion is coaching kids. He didn't want to coach like college athletes. He wanted to coach kids, but he coaches sons and watched them grow up. And now that he's a college athlete, he just decided to make that jump. So just because someone is confident, you can't he's calling him, saying he has humility, shows humility, and he's arrogant at the same time. Which one is it? Like, he's a winner and he just has a winning mindset. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like, Deion doesn't. I mean, when he was a player, yeah, he just came in with the confidence, but he had to play to back it up. And now we know who he is, but he's not the one bringing out this arrogance. It's the media talking shit and doubting him, and now he just coming out and proving them wrong and letting them know and putting it in their face. So I can't agree. I can't agree with Jason Whitlock that Deion is too arrogant to sustain success. He's won in every aspect of his life and always been a winner.
Yeah. Good move. What do you think about it? So what you think, Paul? What you think about after hearing what Jason Whitlock talk about with Deion Sanders? What you think?
I think I get where Whitlock coming from.
But this ain't it.
Yeah. I didn't play high level sports.
Yo, what's up, FMF Mob? What's good, yo? Hey, I want to thank y'all for all the subscribers that we got. We clicked over 100 subscribers, but we looking, man, we need more support. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Make sure you like the videos and keep showing that support. Y'all take care.
Or anything like that, but I was good on the levels I did play on. And when you play in a sport and you really want to try to be the best, you gotta have some level of like I think once I was talking about it, you gotta have some level of unwavering confidence in yourself that you can get
competitive.
You got to. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether people say it or not is different. But I guarantee you, every single person that's on the NFL roster, I bet you all of them believe they should be starting. You know what I'm saying? From the last person to the superstar, feel like, they always feel like if you're the superstar on the team, you feel like you should be considered the best player in the league. If you're the best player in the league, you feel like you should be considered one of the all-time great. It's always something more that you striving for and that you're trying to obtain when it comes to when you're dealing in the sports realm. I think Deion just has another level of confidence that he willing to say what all these other athletes is thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these other athletes, like, yo, we the best. But they don't want to say the wrong thing because they don't want to get crucified if I say, yo, we gonna win today and they end up losing. A lot of people can't take that burn when it comes to like being wrong or coming up short on your goals. And somebody like Deion, I was one of the ones, just to put it out there. I wish he would have stayed at Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the move, and he did what was best for him, and his family, and his career. So I don't really knock him for it. But I wish he was, stayed at Jackson State. But him going on everywhere he went, he has the belief that we gonna be the best, and I'm gonna let people know we the best, and I'm not gonna be ashamed about saying it. And as long as he's putting in the thing is, not only does he say it, he puts in the work. They talked about what he's doing behind the scenes for the kids. That's the humility Jason is talking about. He does have humility, and he does it every single day. And the thing is, you could tell his play he has humility because all his players is rallying around him, and they want to support and they want to win for him, and most importantly for themselves too.
So I don't follow too much on sports news and stuff. All I knew was that Deion was supposed to be at HBCU, and now he's moved, and that's been like the topic of discussion. So, how was it more beneficial? What was the you don't knock him for it? How was it a better move?
Money,
Money,
money.
money won, but he has the opportunity to take some of those same kids that were at that HBCU and put them on a platform to get more exposure to the more accepted, level where they grade in professional football players. And these same kids, like he took some kids, there's like a handful of kids from Jackson State that played for Colorado that followed Travis Hunter, the one from the first game that was playing both sides of the ball. He's from an HBCU. But if he would have stayed at Jackson State, were scouts going to be looking at him like that, or even looking at Jackson State to say, like, oh, he's ready for the leagues? No, they don't do that. So I think that's why this is a big deal. Deion is changing the landscape of college football and the norms. Like, all these coaches are mad because he's doing it his way, and he's winning, and it's working.
Yep, that's it.
It's not the status quo. It's not, oh, he's not one of the good old boys or whatever, So it's a big deal to me because Deion is helping kids that he coached achieve the goals that all of us wanted when we were kids, and that's to play professional sports.
So my issue is, why is HBCUs then, why are those players getting overlooked as far as in comparison to other colleges? That would be what I would be targeted, not, oh, let's attack Deion for moving. If he had to make that move, and this is what I'm not going to target it on my people, but this is one of the examples of what I was saying when I said a lot of times we have to step outside of the arena that we want to be in, get support, show that we got it good, then come back and get support where we wanted to get support originally. You know what I mean? Is that...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nah, so the thing about HBCU, right? Deion was getting paid, I think, like $1 million a year at Jackson State. But out of that salary, he was having to pay for them to travel, the food for the team, and all that. Nobody was supplying that. So logistically, it made more sense to go to a bigger college too, because he can still take his kids with him. But then he wouldn't be having to, he shouldn't have had to, fund the travels and shit for a school that's making hella money off tuition from kids that can supply, that can do that for him. So I think that was part of the reason he moved. And another thing is, you just talked about support trade. You see all these. I do have a problem with these celebrities now that Deion is on the big stage. He got all the celebrities at the game, like Cameron, actors and shit. They were all at the Colorado game this past week. But somebody brought up the point, why don't the celebrities come to the HBCUs and show that same kind of support? It's all that help me out, Trey. It's that
bullshit.
That bullshit. But that stigma around HBCUs, like they lesser than, and it's just a bunch of niggas there, and nobody want to be a part of it. Like, I had a problem seeing all these celebrities pull up in private jets and shit to go to the Colorado game, but I'm like, why didn't y'all show that same support at Jackson State for Deion. You know, y'all might have outwardly, but nobody's pulling up to the game, interacting with the kids at HBCUs because it's probably not the look. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my issue too. Is like what I'm saying is like we want to show that we there, or like it's the same mentality of like the brand, a black owned brand who uses Buy Black to get, you know, get their way in, make their lane, you know what I'm saying, make their money, and then they shit on Black by saying, well, I could afford Gucci and Chanel, y'all can't. And it's like, where did you get it from? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mentality when I like start hearing these types of things. It's like, yo, like it's a they call it Stockholm syndrome. It's like you still like under master to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to do more looking into like what Deion Sanders is doing, and because from the outside looking in and a little bit that I know, I think he's it's not a question that he's a great athlete and obviously a great coach. Like y'all said, he's winning everywhere, and he's obviously loved and supported everywhere. And it's like now everybody has an opinion. Like, okay, everybody want to come out now that things have been proven. And it's like where y'all was, where the niggas at when you was yeah, it's funny, bro. What you think, G's?
As far as Jason Whitlock, I understand. Like I mixed on what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, I don't want to put him down and say he's not a good coach because he hasn't been able to show himself well in this D1 lifestyle. Because we go to a D1 school, it's more competition and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So on the part where he says that he's not successful yet, I can't say that yet because his team, and even his son, as far as the quarterback, I think he did a phenomenal job on the first week. I mean, the numbers look like it was a basketball game rather than a football game. So far, I mean, he's doing a wonderful job. I mean, he knows the game. He's been doing it for a long time. He's doing it longer than so he was in his teens. He's been playing football. So I think he knows the game of football. So I don't think we should be able to put judgment on him so far to say he won't be a great coach. But he did make it a point where well, I'll keep it on the negative side first, what he said. And I don't think that him having gold chains and him being boisterous has anything to do with what he does on the field. I mean, that's his personality. I mean, maybe that's how he copes with himself. Maybe that's how he ups himself. Maybe that's how he was. This is his personality. I mean, you can't fault him on how they move. I don't talk about how some other man, how he move, how he tie his shoes, or what clothes he wear. He a grown man. He do what he want to do. So I don't think that has anything to do with his coaching ability. So I wanted to get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side, I kind of maybe could agree a little bit. Maybe
shine. Get your shine on. Get your shine on, shout it.
Yeah. So I put this on. I put it on everywhere. Booty cheeks, kneecaps, underarms. I got the vanilla right here. Usually, I got the lavender one. It helped me sleep good because I be sleeping like this, and I can smell it off my hands. I'm trying to tell you, feeling good. Y'all better rock with this.
Right.
It's that vanilla. Yeah.
Listen, man, we ain't being ashy no more. Hygiene. Yeah. Hygiene is important. You need to get your shine. It's hydrating. It's light. It lasts all day. You don't got to use a lot, and it's good from face to foot.
Historically, I don't really use lotion or nothing like that because I'm like in a hybrid, light skin, in between dark skin motherfuckers. Coming back from vacation, I'm a little sunburnt. So I needed something to get my skin back right because I'm feeling like a reptile right now. So I'm gonna get this baby going on when I get home.
Oh, and look, you gotta shine on, everybody. Look, I got like 4 cases. I got a bunch of cases. And I got the big jaw too. That's old school. Y'all don't even know about that. He don't even got those no more. But look, I'm telling y'all, this shine is amazing. Help with eczema, clear your skin up, all of that great stuff. So you don't want to miss out on this shine, man. Make sure y'all go get y'all a bottle of this.
All natural ingredients.
Absolutely.
Yep. Where they can find it?
So you can find this at shinecareproducts.com. Let them know that we sent you. Use the code FMF20, get you a discount.
Got to.
Playing the game and actually coaching are two different things. You know, it runs in all aspects. I mean, some
Yeah.
people are good workers, but they're just not good managers. So, so I don't, like I said, it's too early to say how good he is or anything like that, because the real competition, at the down there, he was at Jackson State, he did pretty good there. But this is a whole other realm. Honestly, when you go to D1, you're playing against these big teams, these big colleges, and we haven't seen what he's done against these big colleges. But I think time will tell to see how he's going to do. But again, it had nothing to do with the way his attitude is, and he's boisterous. That's how he want to do, and that's how he want. That's him. I mean, you can't stop another man on how he wants to move. But usually a coach, usually a player that turns into a coach, statistically, he's right. They usually don't do well. Statistically, if you look at it, usually if you play good ball, usually you don't do good as coaching. So I understand where he's coming from on that aspect, but you can't put on, like I said, the gold chain and all that stuff. But we'll see in time. Let's see how the season goes.
It's usually a poor example when people have this type of dialogue, because I disagreed on the gold chain stuff too. That's just imagery.
It ain't got nothing to do with him coaching. Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah.
And because you got to go chain at a certain age, that you don't have humility. Now, what I will touch on was what I think Jason Whitlock was trying to protrude was that arrogance and humility usually is like a clash. You know what I mean? And if, like, I would have to see what is the arrogance. But I do know, because we've spoken on the fact that we shouldn't hold celebrities to a certain standard, because at the end of the day, they're human. And a lot of people do get big headed. They do get to a certain level. You could just win. Hell, you can make your first sale and be like, shit, I made a sale. You didn't. You know what I mean? And become arrogant. You can become arrogant. A person can become arrogant. I want to touch on the humility aspect. Humility is the quality or condition of being humble. It's the modest opinion or estimate of one's own importance and rank. So y'all know my line, I've said it quite a few times, is stay humble, but stay hungry. You're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be so humble that you're settling for where you are. You're supposed to stay hungry and keep on going for what you want. You're supposed to, especially if you're in a competitive, literally like the competitive sport, right? You're supposed to stay hungry. You're supposed to you're supposed to have that air of confidence that a lot of people will misunderstand or misinterpret as arrogance. I've been called cocky many times, and I don't see myself as cocky, because confidence is evidence-based. And confidence is basically just faith in self. Like, I am confident in myself. I believe it's self-assurance. So to have a certain level of self-assurance will seem arrogant to the next person, especially if they don't possess it themselves. You know what I mean? So I can't question his humility, because, like y'all said, he's doing great things. And humility, the root word for that is human. You want to keep your human aspect about you. Don't start thinking of yourself as a deity, you're a god and stuff like that. Like, you want to keep your human aspect about you and have respect amongst others and still show love. And I see that this guy is doing those things, so I can't question his humility. And I can't say that he's arrogant, because I haven't actually seen none of this stuff or heard about none of this stuff, because he's at a certain level. I would tell him, stay humble, but stay hungry. So keep your air of human, like, you know what I'm saying? But keep going for what you want, bro. Got to.
I think depending on what kind of story you're trying to spin, people just twist words. Like Trey, you just called it confidence, but Jason Whitlock called it arrogance. Like, depending on how you're looking at it, it could be either or. But I don't think nobody who has a winning mindset is a winner in life, just all the time humble. You can show your confidence. It doesn't have to be arrogant. when you're in your field, you're showing that, like when you're at work or when G is in the gym, or Trey, you're, man's a coach in Cellar Shine, or Paul, when you're in your financial field. Like when you're in the field, you have that confidence that you can go accomplish each day, and you go out. I'm pretty sure, knowing y'all go out saying, "Yeah, we go get this shit done." But when you're amongst the people, you're not, flexing on them or anything like that. You're showing your humility. You're relating to them. Like I watched a video G put up about he's training people, but he's not just asking them why they ain't got the muscles yet or what they eating. He asking, yo, what's going on in your life? What's your mindset like? He shows that humility too. So I think that's just both come with a winning mindset. You gotta have a little bit of confidence. Call it arrogance if you want,
right?
But that humility too. It's all part of being human. Having confidence and pride, arrogance, whatever you want to call it. I don't think arrogance has to have a negative connotation to it.
I think what I would say, and I know we're about to get ready to wrap up with this topic, and we're gonna get ready to get to our final topic soon. But I think people have an issue with people who believe they can do what other people can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody say, when so many people be like, "Yo, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that," or somebody can't do this, somebody can't do that, and then somebody come along and be like, "Yo, I can do that."
Oh, you still here? You ain't subscribed yet? Hit that button, my man. Hit that button and subscribe.
I'm gonna make it happen.
A lot of people, and I don't care. You might can't, but I can. You know what I'm saying? Like when people say that, they take it as being arrogant when it's really confidence. Just because you believe you can't do it, don't sit here and get mad that somebody else believe they can, and then the biggest part is they follow through with it. They show that they can do it. Yo, people. The thing I like about what Deion doing in the sports realm, he bringing back like, yo, why can't you do stuff? Why can't I talk and say, yo, I can win? And why can't I why can't I come into a program and be like, yo, if y'all can't live up to my expectation, all y'all gotta go. And I'm bringing in the people that want to live up to my expectation. Why can't somebody play both sides of the field? Why can't they do that? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all say they can't, I'm coming through and saying, yo, yes, we can. A lot of times that get rubbed off the wrong way. And that's in life too. When it comes to the people that's, I don't want to go follow my goals and dreams, yo. Like I'm too old. But then you get somebody your same age and they like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go out here and do it. You be like, yo, what makes you think you can do that? Like, yo, you too old. You're not smart enough. You're not attractive enough. You don't know how to speak. They got every single reason why you can't do something. But when somebody say, I don't care about nothing that y'all saying, I'm still gonna do it. Now you come off as conceited or arrogant or things like that. It's just people putting their limiting beliefs onto somebody else and saying, "Nah, you can't do it, and you shouldn't even think you can do that." You know what I'm saying? Like it's a wild thing, man.
Jason Whitlock and the media have the mindset of like slave masters because you're not towing the line, because you're not staying and acting like we want you to act. What's acceptable to us, you out of line and shit. So that's how I see it. Like
he won't
no winner. Like let's take Tom Brady. The fuck Marquise, anybody told you look like comments gotta stop coming up, man. That should be distracting me. I don't know who Keith Lee is. But look at Brady and Jordan. Like Brady is their golden boy. Nobody's greater than Brady. But when he was on the field, you saw him talking the shit to all the niggas like he wanted, bro. But
that's what he was known for.
And then in the conference afterwards, he's like, "Oh, I'm just Tom. I did my thing, and I just thank God that I have this gift to play football." All this other shit, man. Like, nah, I ain't going.
This the funny part, right? Nobody believe in you until you do it. Like they gonna keep on talking about Deion, and I don't know what's gonna happen with Deion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he gonna keep winning or not. But if he keep winning, then they're gonna be like, oh, Deion, he did something amazing, and his confidence and like. But if he was to fall flat on his face and he acted the same way, it really about the results at the end of the day. Like, yo, you can keep talking all you want, but as long as you producing, hey, can't nobody say about you. But then the moment you fall, take a step back or fall off, then that's when they like, oh, your arrogance got you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this got you, or that got you. When they was the same way, and some people, I'm not gonna say how Dion moved is how I would move. I'm not saying that, but I appreciate somebody who stayed the same regardless of what's happening. Whether you win or lose, whether Dion was winning or losing, he always been Dion, and that's what I appreciate about somebody, and somebody that got a immense confidence in themselves. That I don't care what you think about me, I'm still gonna keep doing me. I can't do nothing but like, yo, just salute them for real. Whether I like how they move or not, they're being them and they're being genuine and authentic to themselves. And I'm not gonna knock somebody for believing in themselves. It's not like he ain't went out here and knocked anybody else. He just always talk about what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be mad about that, man. In my aspect.
That's why I cringe at people who consider themselves realists, because most of the time a realist is a pessimistic point of view of what you can't do, what hasn't happened, what you're not able to, and like you said, Paul, perfectly put, is the limiting beliefs. Just because you haven't seen it, you haven't learned enough, you haven't tried enough, you haven't done enough, you haven't experienced it, or you just don't have the vision, the ambition. It's something that you don't have to bring this into fruition. This is everybody. This, like, God gives everybody their own vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can see that vision clearly enough, it's on you to bring that vision into fruition. So regardless, y'all take this from everything that we just spoke on, regardless of what somebody else says you can or can't do, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Like, don't let somebody else's limitations be the limitations of you. The sky is not the limit. We can go past the sky. We already know this. So don't let none of that stop you, man. You are more than capable. You have what you need at this moment to get started, and you'll gain everything you need on the way. So keep going.
I love
That's
it,
what's
man.
up.
Great way, great way.